Howdy, gang, and welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. Thanks for joining me once again. Chaosium Inc. Week rocks on, as today I will be taking a first look at RuneQuest, weapons and equipment from the aforementioned Chaosium Inc. This is written by Richard August, Jason Durall, Martin Helsden, Eric McGuire, Diana Probst, Jude Reed, Jeff Richard, Jared Twing, and Dom Twist. This 128-page hardcover with PDF carries an MSRP of $34.99. You can get that free PDF if you order from Chaosium Inc. or one of their partners, or you can grab just the PDF alone over at Drive-Thru RPG for $17.99. All that said, let's swing on over to the other camera because here I've got weapons and equipment for RuneQuest. Before we jump on in, do want to mention my friends over at Chaosium Inc. were kind enough to provide me with this review copy, but neither I nor anyone else affiliated with the Gaming Gang has received any other sort of compensation for me to share this coverage with you. These days, it's very, very important that you know that. We're also not going to look at each and every page of the book, but I do want to give you a very good feel for what you're going to find inside weapons and equipment. And I am going to try to see if I can move my video along a little quicker than usual, see what we can do. All right, so let's take a look at the back here. I'm not going to read all of this, but just give you a bit of an idea. An essential reference guide for RuneQuest players, weapons and equipment showcases Gloranthan culture and life, describing the items and services adventurers use every day. Exceptional and magical items, as well as how they can sell their hard-won treasure. Tells us what we're going to find inside. Weapons and equipment dramatically expands the RuneQuest core rules with new means of equipping and advancing your adventurers. Game masters can use these contents for treasure hoards and other material rewards, making this an invaluable resource for every RuneQuest player. Nice. Of course, tuning in, you already know I am a huge fan of RuneQuest. I'm a huge fan of just about anything that comes out from Chaosium Inc. So I've already talked about the writers. Let's make sure we give some credit to the artists here as well. I'm not going to read through all of their names because I'm probably going to mispronounce a lot of them. I want to make sure to give credit to the folks out there who helped bring this book to fruition. So we've got our contents. Looks like the market, a Bronze Age world, common goods, beasts, hirelings and services, weapons, armor, travel, dwellings, training, exotic items. Nice. Here I was thinking it was just weapons and equipment. This provides a variety of new and previously described gear and services for use in RuneQuest campaigns. So I would take a guess, maybe some of these items have appeared previously in various different adventures that had been released or supplements which had been released. I'm sure we've got loads and loads of new items as well, new content for you to peruse. So this is a Bronze Age fantasy role-playing game. If you're not overly familiar with RuneQuest, it is a very unique role-playing game, that is for certain. And the late, great Greg Stafford was the mastermind behind it. And he invested over 40 years into the world of Glorantha. And all that love really does show in this role-playing game. Discussion of pricing. Looks like this is creating items, possibly to sell. So we got jewelry, tools, instruments. That's cool that we're getting some artwork of chisels and scrapers and knives. Looks like we've got some examples of items too. So we have bee produce. Renowned breeders and herders of giant and normal-sized bees, trolls have a strong recognition of the value that their produce has for humans. Following our more commonly sold bee-related products. Nice. So this is food. We've got drink. I could see this being very, very useful for a game master who's looking to bring the world of Glorantha to life at their game table. So we've got beasts, riding beasts, exotic war beasts. We've got riding gear. I will say production quality looks really, really well done here. Artwork, as we come to expect, especially in RuneQuest releases, really well done. So here we've got hirelings and services. Personal service, bathing, grooming, healing, translators, poets and heralds, short-term laborer. So we've got herding and droving, scaring birds away. Yes, I'd like to hire you to be my scarecrow for a bit. Magic services, tattoos. Tattoos play an important role in the world of Glorantha. Inns and residences. Now we get into our weapons, and here we've got our bookmark. So we got melee weapons. Awesome. I love that we're getting images of these various different weapons, because sometimes in role-playing games, fantasy role-playing games specifically, we'll have various different weapons that most people don't understand. What do they look like? Well, we're getting some images right here. I love when I see that in role-playing games. Clubs, hammers, and maces. It's like these are pole arms. So you've got the lance, the pike, the javelin, the spear, the pole axe, bows and crossbows, heavy crossbow, repeating crossbow, stone bow, thrown weapons, blowgun and darts, throwing daggers, throwing axes, war boomerangs. Very nice. And then, of course, we get a bit of a breakdown, a description of those items. And of course, as we already saw, we do have the various different tables with the game-related stats for these weapons. Now it looks like we're getting into armor and an explanation of what these things are. What are greaves, as an example? Showing us different kinds of shields, different sort of helms. And of course, here we've got our tables for those. We're getting into travel? Yes, we're getting into travel. So utilizing guides, group travel, such as caravans, different vehicles, chariots as an example, different watercraft. And then we have dwellings. So different sorts of dwellings. So we've got homes, buying land. So we've got huts, villas, palaces, fortifications. This is a lot more detailed than I was actually expecting. This is really, really nice. Then we're going to get into training. So these are some of the new rules on how to advance your characters outside of just the standard RuneQuest rules. One of the most important activities an adventurer can undertake between adventures is training. The mechanics for improving an existing ability or learning a new ability are provided in RuneQuest and are unmodified. This section provides additional expansion on those processes. So magical training, learning spirit magic. Spirit magic is the weaker of the two kinds of magic in RuneQuest. So we've got rune magic, which is far more powerful. It draws from the gods. And then spirit magic, obviously enough from its name, derives itself from the spirit world. And it looks like we've got exotic items, a devouring sack, wing of mercy, extraordinary gems. Looks like that's how we're going to wrap this up with some very unique and rare items. All right, so that is a look inside RuneQuest weapons and equipment from Chaosium Inc. Of course, I will have a review of weapons and equipment in the very near future, so stay tuned. All right, that is it for this time out. If you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, don't forget, ring that bell. It'll not only let you know when I share videos such as this first look, it'll also inform you when my live stream, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, airs Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all latest in tabletop gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more you will not find here on the YouTube channel. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you tune in for more of Chaosium Inc. Week. And until I see you next time, here's hoping all of you get to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang.